They tell you that the court has already decided, that the magistrates have issued a summons and put a liability order in against you. But the question that nobody seems to ask is, where's the proof? Because once a council has claimed authority, then they've crossed a line. That's no longer just a bill. That's no longer just administration. That is a claim that a court, a real court, has exercised power over you. And if that claim's true, then there has to be a paper trail, a record, a chain of evidence that proves, step by step, exactly how authority came into existence. But what if that chain doesn't exist? What if what you're being told and what can actually be proven are two very different things? Well, today we're not arguing, we're not debating, we're doing something far more precise. We're asking for proof. Not explanations, not assumptions, not statements, evidence. Because if a court process exists, it can be shown. And if it can't be shown, then what exactly is it that they're relying on? Let's go through this notice step by step and force the question that they don't want to answer. Let's have a look. So, notice, prove court process or withdraw. So you want to put your council tax reference down, your property, to whichever the council is, whichever agency, blah, 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 the date, obviously, and who it's from, so your address. 1. My position. I do not admit, consent or accept any council tax debt, any summons or any liability order. You are the council, you are not the court. You, your agents, have stated that the Magistrates Court has summoned me and has made a liability order. That is a serious claim. I now require proof. 2. The legal duty now exists. From today, you have the duty to either prove your claim with court records or withdraw it. There is no third option. 3. You must provide, in writing only, within 7 days, provide complete copies of 1. Complaint laid, request for summons, date and time the complaint was laid to the Justice/Court Office, name and job title of the person who laid it, the court record reference that proves it was accepted. 2. Court issued summons, the summons as issued by the Magistrates Court, the court case number. 3. Proof of service, method of service, date of service, address served, proof/record of service. 4. Liability order. The liability order itself that was issued by the court record that proves it was made, register, minute, outcome record. 5. Fees proof. A full breakdown of every summons cost and liability cost you have added or claim. Proof those sums were actually incurred and how they were calculated. If you claim any HMCTS fees were paid, supply the receipt payment reference. 6. Enforcement freeze. Written confirmation that all enforcement action is paused immediately, including agents, attachments, deductions, until you can prove the material evidence to substantiate the above. 4. If you cannot prove the above, you must within the same 7 days confirm in writing that no court-issued summons and or liability order exists and that you cannot prove the court issued them. Withdraw every statement that the Magistrates Court summons me or made a liability order against me. Withdraw the claim and confirm no further enforcement action will be taken unless you can produce the court record chain demanded above. Stop all enforcement. Notify any enforcement agents, any third parties you instructed that the claim is withdrawn and must not be acted upon. Correct your records. If you continue without proof. If you fail to provide the proof above and still continue to demand money or threaten force on the basis of a court summons or liability order, I will treat that as deliberate fraud, a false representation used to obtain money or compliance. Any further concealment will be treated as fraud to conceal a fraud. 6. Preservation notice. Preserve all records now, including templates, print logs, mailing logs, case notes, call recordings, emails, court interface logs, and all instructions to agents. Destruction after this notice is deliberate. Then you autograph it, you name it, you're calling, you date it, and you put your address down. And here's a legal notice for the UK. Any claim that a magistrate's court has issued a summons or made a liability order is a claim of court authority. If that claim is untrue, or if any document is presented as court issued when it is not, that is capable of engaging the Fraud Act of 2006, Section 2, false representation for gain causing loss, forgery under the Counterfeiting Act 1981, Section 1 and Section 3, false instrument / use of false instrument, and Magistrates Court Act 1980, Section 107, false proof of service. Council Tax Liability Order Process Gateways, CT Regs 1992, Reg 32, Section 2, Reg 35, 2A. Enforcement Gateway ST Regs 1992, Reg 45, TCEA 2007, whatever that is. Taking control of goods must be based on lawful authority. Case law. Now this will be interesting. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to sound like a bird for this. Okay, so Taka and Gracefield Developments 2019, UK SC13 orders judgments obtained by fraud can be set aside. Fraud destroys the process. R. Nilsson versus Tottenham Magistrates Court 2015, EWHC 1252, admin, council tax liability order process scrutiny, especially costs practice. So I don't know if that's going to help you. I don't know what you're doing, but this was shown to me, or should I say sent to me via some kind of link, and I've just copied and pasted it for you all to see and use if you want. So this isn't my work. I don't know where it originates from other than Facebook, but I don't know who did it. I shall leave a downloadable edited copy of this on my Patreon. Get your asses over there. Otherwise, you're just going to have to sit and write that out. But there you go. I hope it helps. Look after yourselves, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now.
Truth, freedom and unity return to Norfolk this summer. Join the Thetford Truth and Freedom Festival on July 17th and 18th, 2026 at the Angel Inn, Larling. 2 days where like-minded men and women gather to share ideas, raise the frequency and explore truth. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, enjoy guest speakers, topical presentations, then from 7 p.m. to midnight, relax with live bands, singers, and a resident DJ. Camping pitches for tents or vehicles, with or without hookups, are available at a reduced rate for festival goers. Book directly with the Angel Inn reception on 01953 717 963, with street food, festival stalls, and real ales, all for just £20 a ticket. This is more than a festival. It's a gathering inspired by the spirit of Thomas Paine. July 17th and 18th, the Angel Inn, Larling.